I was drawing pictures through the dead skin cells on the glass.
I have a problem. Video editing and filmmaking is really time consuming. Let me kind of show you what I mean. And while none of this is exactly movie level editing or anything too crazy, it is still what I love to do, and it still does take quite a bit of time. Well, what do I do now that I have one summer class taking up so much of my time? If I'm struggling with that, how much more am I going to struggle in the fall when engineering school rears its ugly head and leaves me no time to do anything? It's something I've thought about a lot lately. You know, I really do enjoy expressing my creativity by making videos and posting edits and posting documentaries and wedding films and all this kind of thing, but how do I possibly balance that with the all-important engineering class that is not so far away? I already have one I'm taking, and that consumes quite a bit of my time. How do I make sure that when the fall comes around, I can stay consistent and still make videos and do what I really enjoy doing? That also kind of begs another question, a more broad one, which is, how do I stay creative at all in a field of study that isn't necessarily known for its Adobe Premiere Pro and Photoshop applications? Engineering school has a reputation for being arduous and exhausting and brutal, which it is. Especially at Purdue, there is such a grind culture there that it can be hard to find time to do things you really want to do when you have an exam coming up in less than a week, which I actually do. And I think the conclusion that this has forced me to come to is that during the fall, especially, I'm going to have to try to find a way to combine the two focuses in my life. Some intersection of engineering and video editing and filmmaking. What that looks like, I'm not exactly sure. To start, however, I think I have a good plan. A buddy of mine from school actually reached out to me about doing an engineering project, one that both of us would play a role in the CAD and modeling and physics of, but also one that we both want to make a video about that will document our progress and can be used as a resume builder in the future. So on a pragmatic level, that is what I'm going to do. At least for the foreseeable future, I plan on creating videos documenting that process in coordination with my buddy who lives in Georgia. We're gonna try to bring something to life, engineering-wise and video-wise, and hopefully I can track that pretty well. Like I said before, there's a broader question here of how do you maintain creativity when the school and the life that you are pursuing academically is so contrary to the type of creativity that I really enjoy doing? How do I not let that spark go out? Because this past school year, as a freshman, I found some time to do video editing, but not a ton. School's only getting harder. How do I make sure that I don't lose that creative spark? Because at the end of the day, this is what I truly want to do. The engineering school, at least for the foreseeable future, is a means to an end of someday, hopefully, becoming a filmmaker and making a living off of that. And maybe even finding some combination of engineering in that too. The way I can keep that spark alive is by finding these little outlets of creativity and these little outlets to make videos. My goal is to be consistent and to try to stay on track. If you want a YouTube channel to grow, you have to post a lot, and so that's what I'm trying to do here. I think it's so important not to let the things that you are passionate about be taken over, period. It can become super easy, and I've witnessed this firsthand as a freshman, to just get sucked into school. And to a certain degree, you should. You have to. You don't get through engineering school, half trying. There are ways to do the things you love to do and you just have to find them. I think that is something I would have liked to have told myself before going to engineering school, which is that it will be incredibly hard to find that time. And school does have to still take precedent over everything else. But those outlets do exist. If you are truly passionate about something, you cannot let anything get in the way of that. And so that's kind of my goal, is to not let anything get in the way of that. Even if it's posting little rants like this once a week, trying to improve all the time, and doing wedding films here and there, and a travel documentary every once in a while. Those are still things I can do and will continue to do. And that is something I value super highly. And even as school gets harder and my life gets even more crazy, I'm just gonna keep looking for more and more opportunities. And so that's what I've learned. And that's what I'm gonna keep trying to learn. And, keep trying to express myself in the film, even when school's hard. I'm gonna keep trying. That's all I gotta say. Thanks.